If you were to draw an imaginary line from your pubic bone to your tongue, let's call this your core, like the core of an apple. And then as you're laying here on your back with your knees bent, I want you to try to magnetize everything into that full core of your body. And when you do that, consciously or not, you're engaging the muscles of your obliques, your rectus abdominals, even your transverse, your deep abdominals. So the essence, the number one piece of balance is that connection to your midline. And then it's breath. And I'll bring these up throughout just over and over. And the third pillar of balance and stability is your focal point. So where you're looking, your gaze. Let's just take our hands onto our belly and start with some pelvic floor tilts. So take a breath in, imprint your lower back and press your pubic bone up, and then suction up, almost like you're picking up a blueberry and just holding it, not squishing it. You're not making blueberry juice, you're just holding it. And then relax your pelvic floor, and arch your lower back away from the mat. So try that again. As you breathe in, you'll imprint your lower back, scoop your tailbone under, and then add this little gripping through your pelvic floor, like you're trying to stop the strain of urine if you were going pee. And then take the opposite action, that anterior tilt, arching your lower back, let your pelvis relax completely. And we'll do this a few more times. All of this floor work is really, really good pelvic floor control and stability. 3 more really slow pelvic tilts, adding those Kegel-like actions to the tilts. Amazing. Stay here, bend into your right knee and interlace your hands behind your right thigh. Take that right leg up and just swivel your right ankle around in one direction and then the other. Point that right foot and then flex, like pressing on the gas and then releasing. Good. And now as you're pointing the right foot, separate your toes as wide as they can go, and then squeeze your toes like you're making a little fist. And separate them and then squeeze them. One more time, separate and squeeze. Good. I want you to think of that magnetic line from your pubic bone to your tongue. Squeeze everything into it as you straighten your left leg. And now plug your left leg into the mat. Take your arms out to the side, push down through your palms and draw your chin into your chest. Good. So your left leg is rooted, your back ribs are rooted, and your arms and palms are rooted. Take a single leg circle here. So open that right leg out to the right, but keeping the torso and that left hip, left leg so firm and stuck down towards the floor that it feels like it's just your femur bone moving around, almost like it's disconnected from the rest of your body. And you'll take 3 big single leg circles just like this. Really slow, holding and containing through that midline of your body the whole entire time. There you go. Turn those circles around in the other direction. Keep rooting down through your left leg. Your left foot is flexed. 2 more like this. Notice when you start to disconnect from that midline, from your core. Reset and re-strengthen. The next time that right leg lifts up, keep it up. Good. Flex your foot. Push up through your heel. Lower that right leg down to a hover. Point your toes and pick the leg. Lower that leg down to a hover. Point your toes and lift the leg back. Last time like that, lower down to a hug. Lift the leg back up. Bend into your left knee, and take your right ankle across your left thigh and catch your left thigh for a little thread the needle stretch. Your head can stay on the mat or pick up and be mobile this time. So just rock a little from side to side. And full breaths in and out. Good. Bend both knees, set both knees up to hip height. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders up off the floor and find a connection between the bottom of your ribs and those frontal hips. Take your palms to the top of your right shin, plug it in, and switch to your left. Right away into these single leg stretches. Now your midline is holding you steady as the legs do this fun little dance. You're here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop your spine down, drop your feet down. Take your hands right away, push your palms onto the floor, chin comes into your chest. Press your pelvis up into a bridge stretch. Keep your chin drawing down and let your right hip just sink, like there's a heavy ball weighing it down. And then push through both feet, your pelvis reaches back through center. Let your left hip sag here, and then push through both feet, lift it back up. One more time, either side, right hip drops. Reach it back up. Left hip drops. Reach it back up. Release inch by inch back down to the mat. Take a deep breath in. And a big breath. Both arms reach up to the ceiling. Push your back ribs into the floor. Take those arms up overhead by any amount. They might touch the floor behind you. They absolutely don't have to. And then just lower those arms down alongside your body. Again, reach both arms up over, stretching alongside your ears. And release. See if you can do that one more time without so much rib flare. So the front ribs want to jerk. Can you push the back ribs into the mat and keep them contained? Awesome. Take your left leg, interlace your hands behind your left leg. Stretch that left leg up and start to circle your left ankle. Get out any pops or cracks in the cranky ankle joint. Roll it around in the other direction. And then go ahead and flex and release that left foot, pointing and flexing. Amazing. The next time you point your left toes, separate them really, really, really wide and then squeeze into a big fist. And separate them super duper wide and squeeze into a big fist. Amazing. Let's take the right leg and lower it down and then glue it to the floor. So I want you to really feel the active muscular nature of that right leg plugging down in space, including your right hip. Arms open wide, and there's a big connection between the palms and the floor. Pointing at those left toes, you'll start with these hyper-controlled single leg circles. Think about moving with muscle, not momentum. Around and around. That's it. And you tap into that midline of your body as you do this. So that despite being unbalanced, right? We're moving the weight of that left leg to throw us off balance. You feel steady because of the connection to your core. Other direction if you haven't switched yet. 3 circles. Got it. And then you'll take that left leg and just stretch it right up to the ceiling. Flex your foot. So it looks like you're damping your footprint on the roof. Lower that left heel down to a hover. Point your toes and pick the leg. Flex your foot, lower down to a hover. Point your toes and pick. One more time like that. Lots of strength building in that left leg. And then you'll ease right into thread the needle. So catching your left ankle over your right thigh. You can lift or keep your head low or be still and just breathe here. Wrap those legs. Set your knees at hip height. Drive energy to the center line as you lift your head, neck, and shoulders up. Now extend your right leg, bend your left knee in, and a little pulse as you shift from side to side. Single leg stretch. You're here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release down to the floor with your head. Take your hands over your knees and just swirl those knees up. Releasing your inner groin, your hips. Guide those knees back up to hip height. Push them a little bit further forward. So as you push your thighs further forward of your hips, I bet your lower back will arch away from the floor. Can you scoop your tail down and imprint your lower back into the floor without compromising that softness in your neck and your jaw? That's it. Take your hands just down alongside your body to start. Gather your breath in through your nose. And as you exhale, can you start to lower your heels both at the same time towards the floor? And they might not get all the way down, but you'll feel your lower abs turn on even as you go just halfway. Keep lowering those heels down either to a hover or to tap the floor. And if this is getting into your lower back, don't go so far. Scoop the tail under, reset the imprint. Try one more just like that. And leave your knees here at hip height. Push through your hands. Can you scoop your tail under? Pick your pubic bone up and try to lift the edge of your bum up off the floor even by a centimeter and then relax. Try to pick the edge of your bum up off the floor and relax. It's so hard. Lift one more time. Feel those low abs and relax. Awesome. Keep the knees up. Take the arms up. Arms face one another. Can we integrate both arms and legs? Take a breath in. And as you exhale, reach your arms back as you lower the heels halfway or all the way. Pull back in on your inhale breath. Go. Try that a few more times. See if you can keep a little scoop in the tail so there's a gentle imprint. And if you lose that imprint, you've gone a little too far. Breathing here for 3. Almost there. 2. Last. Amazing. Take your hands behind your thighs. If you don't want to roll up, you'll find your way onto all fours. Other ways, legs together. Start to roll up like a ball. Bring your feet to the floor to start. And then change your mind, go back down. Roll up again and just hover. Hover, hover, hover. So your feet are hovering. Try one more time. And hold. Chest and heart can lift. And now cross your right ankle, left ankle, launch your palms, and step back onto all fours. Onto all fours. Good. Move things around here. Do whatever you need to do. And then we'll go right to our cat-cow stretches. So you're scooping your shoulders up and back, heart and chest and gaze lift. Then we round and really puff into your upper back. Cycle through a few more of these, up and down. And then come back through center and come back to these principles of balance, right? So pubic bone to your tongue, midline connection. From all fours, can you just consciously hug everything into the midline? Yeah, it feels like there's a magnetic strip and everything's pulsing in. Now set your eyes on something still. Eyes on something still. And start to become aware of your breath. Inhaling as you reach your arm. Exhaling, take your leg back. This is a balancing pose. We're throwing ourselves a little off balance by opening the right arm to the right and the left leg to the left. Pull your belly in, find that midline connection, point your toes, inhale. As you exhale, could you tap the toes and the fingers? And then inhale, lift it all back up. And exhale, tap it down. Just 3 more, up and down, stable through the center line, set gaze. Last, lift it all up, bend your right elbow and open it out to the side. Bend your left knee and open it to the side. And then you're panini pressing in, closing up and opening back up. So you've got this fire hydrant shape with your back leg, this goalpost shape with your right arm. You're just closing and opening. Only one more, then we'll get off that wrist. Beautiful. Take both hands to the floor, separate your knees wide, and tuck your hands in between your thighs, closing your shoulders, let your head sink to the floor or to a prop. 3 deep breaths here. Sweep your body out from a little cocoon and come back onto all fours. So now your right hand is stable. We find that magnetic strip through the midline. Take your left arm forward, right leg back. Belly's driving in. Open your left arm to the left, right leg to the left. Inhale, lift those limbs high, and then exhale, tap the floor. Inhale, lift them up. Exhale to 10. 3 more, lifting. 2. Last one, you're holding up. Bend that right knee, bend your left elbow, and then penny press close and push through that right palm. Pull your belly button in. 3 more. 2 more. Last. Brilliant. Come down onto your heels. Sit back onto your heels. Flex your feet if you can. Take your hands and just flicker your wrists. Yeah, flick your wrists here. If you need to be on your ankles, that's okay too. Take a big breath in. And a big breath out. And then let's put our fingers down on the floor, facing our knees. Come onto the tops of your feet. You can tap them a little. And just lean back to stretch the front of your wrists. You can peel your palms to the mat. So stretching palms, the wrists, the triceps. Amazing. Take those hands, walk yourself forward. We'll set up here into a low plank. So just interlace your palms, push your forearms into the floor, and puff up between your shoulder blades. And then start to separate your knees and your elbows, keeping the knees on the floor or lifting the legs high. Can the focus here just be breath? So inhaling and exhaling through your nose or out through your mouth. Find the muscular action of your legs and either stay put or tap the floor with your right knee and then tap the floor with your left. Tap with your right, then you'll tap with your left. 4, 8, breathing 7, 6, strong belly, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop both knees, drop your pelvis and your forearms and stretch the front line of your body. Big breath. And exhale. Lower your head down to the floor. Take your arms back behind you and just wiggle, jiggle your bum from side to side. So giving the shoulders a little bit of a break here, just for a moment. Can you keep your pubic bone rooted? Your belly button feels like it's sucking up to your spine. Point your right toes and lift that right leg up. Yeah, and then lower your right leg back down. Lift your right leg again until you feel that work in the glutes, but not pain in your lower back. One more time, just lift and lower that right leg. Amazing. Let's try that 3 times on the left side, lifting and lowering. Pubic bone stays rooted. So we can balance on our back, we can balance on all fours, we can balance on our belly. Bring your forehead through center, take those goalpost arms forward. So you've got elbows bent and projected right out from your shoulders. Push your pubic bone down. Now the pubic bone becomes like your feet, you're balanced on your pelvis. Take a breath in, reach your arms forward, squeeze your legs together, and as you exhale, bend at your elbows and open your legs wide. And try these little belly flop stretches for 5, 4, 3. Lots of strength in the back. Last one. Release your hands and read away. Pick yourself. Child's pose. Take a long, deep breath in. And exhale. Pick yourself back up onto all fours. Go ahead, place your left hand underneath your face. Left hand underneath your face. And walk both knees over to face that long right edge of your mat. Good. So this is your side plank to start. You could work here, pushing the pelvis forward. Or you might extend your top leg. Maybe you even extend your bottom leg and you could stack your feet. Side plank can be done from your elbow too. Perhaps you reach the right arm forward, up overhead. Pelvis stays lifted. You're breathing for 5. Balancing on that left hand and left foot. 3, 2. On 1, carefully take your right hand down to the floor and pick yourself back into downward dog, child's pose. If that's not okay, if downward dog's not working, just take a big breath in. And then you'll exhale, let everything out. Shuffle your weight forward to high plank and come into side plank with the right hand underneath your face. You can drop your knees if you want or stack your feet. Reach the left arm up. Think of tilting that top hip forward ever so slightly and picking both hips high. Maybe your left arm stretches up overhead, holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your time, walk back on 2 hands and feet, and then push up, downward face. Take a big breath in and exhale. Step your right foot between your hands. Stay on the ball of your left foot. Pick your whole torso up. So we transition from more mat Pilates work to this yoga focused work. Take both hands to your heart. Lock your eyes down the ridge of your nose to something completely still. Inhale, lift your arms up, straighten that right leg. Exhale, bend into your right knee. You could also bend into your left knee and bring your hands to your heart. So as you inhale, both arms reach up. And as you exhale, you're bending both or one leg. Try this 3 more times. Anchor to your breath. Gaze locked on something still, and that midline really strong. The next time you come up, hold here. Take your hands down to your hips. Step your left foot forward. So it's just a tiny, maybe 2 feet between your right foot and your left foot. And really feel your feet into the floor. Lift your heart and chest up, and then start to hinge forward. Place your hands down beneath your shoulders. Maybe you use blocks. Lengthen your spine long. Choose to either stay here, walk your left hand towards the outside of your right foot. Now I'm taking my right thumb and pressing it into my right hip to enable lengthening through my spine. And then maybe I'll reach my right arm up, but if that hurts your shoulder at all, just keep the hand. Here you're in a hamstring stretch and big rotation. And then lower your right hand back down, left hand down, both beneath your shoulders. Bend into your right knee and just feel the weight transferring to your right leg. Lift your left leg up to the sky. Walk your hands forward a little bit. Option one, stay here. This is a lot of strength building balance work. Option two, bend your left knee and just tuck it behind your right knee as you bend that right knee as well. And then straighten both legs out. So it's like you're doing a little curtsy squat with that left leg to the outside of the right leg. I'll give you a few more times to try this out. It's challenging. It can be a bit confusing. One more little pulse up and down. Good. And then take that left foot. Take it back and come up into your lunge again. Now the right thigh's on fire, I bet. You'll open out towards the left. Turn the left toes to face the left long edge of your mat. Your gaze over your right middle finger. Sink deep into your right knee. This is warrior two. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, sink a little lower. Catch your breath here. Inhale again. And exhale. One more breath comes in. And then falls back out. Good. Now straighten that right leg. Reach your right fingers forward and place the right hand on your shin. Your left arm can stretch up. Let the focal point here be setting your gaze either towards your left thumb up overhead, which is right over top of your nose, or if that hurts your neck, your gaze is directly out in front. Breathe. One more breath. And then push into your feet to rise up. Think about the pillars of balance that we've been talking about. Bend into your right knee. And take your right hand to the upper right corner of your yoga mat. Start to pick your left leg up away from the floor. You can use a wall if you need here. So you're balancing on your right fingertips. That left leg is lifting up and both thighs externally rotate. Maybe your left arm lifts up. Urdhva Chandrasana, half moon pose. You can play with getting light on your right fingers here. One more breath in. And then to exhale, take your left hand down onto the floor and step your left foot beside your right foot. Climb up your body. And just place one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly and catch your breath here. So all these little movements, all these little pieces are related to balancing, and those three pillars of balancing we are talking about. Connection to breath, connection to midline, and a strict focal point with our gaze. Bring your hands down alongside your body. Could you sink low into a chair pose? Don't get too comfortable. Balance on the balls of your feet. So pick your heels up and you'll feel your legs quiver and shake. Hands can stay at your heart or reach up overhead. Hold here and breathe for 3, 2, 1. Your heels fall down and so does your torso. Straight spine. Lengthen and breathe in. Now plant your palms. Step back to plank pose and pause. Take your left hand under your face. Roll onto the outside edge of your left foot. Reach your right arm up. Good. Stack your right leg on top of your left leg or lift it up. Maybe even take tree pose with that right leg. But keep pushing down into the floor with your left hand and lifting your hips up. Finally, your right arm might reach up overhead. One more breath in. Your exhale breath takes both hands down to the floor and your hips float high, downward dog. Inhale, rinse it out, breathe out, let it go. Try that on the other side. Inhale, shift forward to a high plank. Place your right hand underneath your face. So roll onto the outside edge of your right foot. You can always work from your elbow or from your knees. Stack the legs, reach your left arm up. And then play with this. Can you lift your hips up and lift your left leg up? Maybe even taking tree pose with that leg against your bottom leg. Finally, your left arm could stretch up overhead. Lots of shaking and quivering. Big breath in. Both palms. Pick your hips high, downward dog. Take a breath in. Exhale here to ground. Look forward, step your left foot between your hands. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Pick everything up and find a strong, low, deep bend in that left knee. Kicking back through your right heel. Good. Option to stay here, or as you breathe in, straighten both legs and blossom your arms up. And as you breathe out, bend one or both knees down. Breathing in, you get long and tall. Breathing out, you sink down. Eyes are gazing at something still. Your core is locked and loaded. Last time. Perfect. Ease your body open to a warrior two. So your right leg is facing the right long edge. That left knee is bent deep. Pause here and drift your eyes over your left middle finger. Sink a little deeper in that front knee. Push into your feet, straighten out both legs. Bring your hands to your hips. Step your right foot halfway up your yoga mat and anchor. Turn both of your front pelvis, hip bones towards the front of your mat. Start to lengthen through your spine. Get really long and start to fold forward. And your hands might come towards the floor or a block. This is absolutely enough. If there's space to rotate, you could take your hands over towards the left foot. Plug your left hand into that hip crease. Lengthen through your spine and perhaps lift your left. Breathing here. Now you'll take both hands down beneath your shoulders. Feel the pressure of that left foot on the floor. Lift your right leg up. Standing split. Option one, stick. Option two, bend your left knee and your right knee. Tuck, curtsy that right knee behind your left leg. And then lift up and out. Try that a few more times. Breathing, using strength and stability and all our balancing cues. Good. One more time. Let's lift that right leg up. Take your time, step back to a lunge. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Reach everything up. And then turn warrior two. Reach your left fingers forward. Lower your left hand to your shin. Right arm stretches up. Trikonasana. Trikonasana. A chance to just marinate here. And now we start to think about Ardha Chandrasana. So let's pick ourselves up. Bend into that left knee. Look towards the front left corner of your yoga mat. Take your left hand there. Take your left hand either to a block or just to the floor. Open your pelvis to the right and bring your right hand to your hip. Now flex your right foot here. Bring the leg forward so you're finding balance from right to left. And maybe take your right arm to the sky. You'll fall out and then you'll come back in if you do. Breathing for 3. Very good. 2. 1. Step to the top of your mat. Good. With a long, straight spine, lift all the way up. Arms reach up. And your hands come down to your heart. A more familiar balancing pose. Can you root down through your left foot and bend into your right knee and then plug it into your standing leg, bringing your hands to your heart. Tree pose. Your hands might float up overhead, but they could stay here. Zip up from your pubic bone to your tongue. Lock your eyes on something still and breathe. Either stay here or bring that bent knee forward. Reach your torso forward and kick back, warrior three. Maybe your arms stretch alongside your body. Maybe they reach ahead. 5, 4, just a short hold. 2, and 1. Come back through center. Take one hand on your belly, one on your heart. You can sway here, just feel it all. We'll try that on the other side, and then it's time for some cool down stretches. So ground your right foot, bend into your left knee, and plunk it above or below the knee on your standing leg. Hands are at your heart. You know the drill here. Come in and just linger and breathe. Good. Draw that front knee through center if you want to play a little, and then kick the leg back. Lean your torso forward. Maybe reach your arms back or stretch them up overhead. This is your warrior three. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Come to stand. Take your hand on your belly, another hand on your heart. Take a big breath in. And then exhale and find your way down onto your bum. Slide the soles of your feet together. It's almost like a double tree pose stretch here. Your inner groin is nice and warmed up for this. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. Breathe in to get long. And breathe out to soften. So good. Lift your heart and chest back up. Take your legs forward. And then reach your arms out. Inhale. And let's find a slow descent down. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1. Reach the arms all the way up overhead. Walk your feet over to the right. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders, even your arms, and walk them over to the upper right corner of your mat. And you might bend your elbows or lasso, bracelet your left wrist. Just let your pelvis be heavy as you sink into this little C shape or boomerang shape with your torso. Stretching the whole left side. Ease it all back through center. Walking your feet to the lower left corner of your mat. Reaching your arms up over to the upper left. Pelvis is soft. Breathe into the right side body. Release your arms, come back through center. Place your palms on your belly. You can always bend your knees for these final 2 minutes of essential rest. I had a private client tell me that every time she does online yoga, she turns off her camera so that she cannot do shavasana, so that she can sneak away. And she said she needs to do in-person yoga so that she's forced to be still here. So even if you want to sneak away, can you just be here? 1 more minute of rest. But now to set an intention, maybe something you've learned in your practice to guide you through your week. And then let go of Shavasana, wiggling your toes and your fingers, reaching in opposite directions. You can hug your knees into your chest, roll onto either side, and press yourself all the way up to sit. Connect your hands here at your heart. Take a big final breath in and out. Namaste.